Ever wonder how businesses turn random phone numbers into cold hard cash? Well, get ready to uncover the secret sauce in today's video as we dive into the captivating world of customer relationship management. From every chat, email to follow-up, we'll unveil how CRM can turn these interactions into golden opportunities for profit. But wait, there's more. Today, I'm not just telling you about CRM. I'm showing you how you can craft your very own. So say goodbye to awkward small talk and hello to lifelong customers as I guide you step by step through the process of creating your own CRM system. Get ready to take your business to the next level. So let's get started. Okay, so once we have a blank page, first let's give it a name, so CRM and an icon. People. This one's perfect, and don't forget to go to the three dots on the upper right corner and set it to full width. Okay, so now let's get started. Shift +7, create a slash, and let's type page to create a new page that we're gonna call databases, and of course an icon. I like to use this tag one, but you can use the one that you prefer. Alright, so next step is to create all the databases that we are gonna need. So we're gonna need one for our contacts, one for our companies, one for our meetings, tasks, and notes. So let's create those databases. / database full page, contact, let's give it an icon, and just leave just one row, okay? Don't delete all of them. So let's go back to databases and let's do the same steps for our next databases. Okay, so once you've created all the databases, let's start adding information to them. So let's start with contacts, and the first property that we need is a relation. For companies, that's why I left one row, because otherwise if you don't leave a blank row, the relation won't work. So let's add a relation to companies both ways, and you can say that one person works for only one company, so let's put just one page. So contacts, let's leave it as it is and add relation, change the icon, and that's it. Now let's add another property, a text, and we'll name it title icon, and this title is, for example, if this contact person is, I don't know, the CEO of the company or whatever. Next property, it's a select property called relationship, and this will explain our relationship with that contact, whether it's hot, which means that we have a pretty close contact with them and it's very probable that we're gonna close a deal or whatever, a warm, and cold, if it's the first time that we're contacted with that person, of course it's gonna be cold. You can of course change the colors just to make it, like, you know, more visual. And another property, another select property that we're gonna call stage. This is gonna be the stage of the contact. Okay, so whether it's if we closed, if the deal is closed but we lost it. If the deal is closed and we won it, so we have a client. If we are negotiating, if we send our proposal, discovery, and prospect. Okay, perfect. Next, we need a date property called last contacted, another relation for tasks, and show on tasks. Another relation to our meetings, another relation to our notes. Now we need a number property called estimated amount, and instead of number I'm gonna change it to euros because that's what I use, but of course you can change to US dollars, you get it. And proper icon, let's say money. Another property, this is gonna be an email, so an email for our contact. We can leave it as it is. A phone property and a link URL for our LinkedIn. Okay, so whenever this happens, I like to choose contact, freeze column, so no matter much to the right I go, the contact will be always there. Anyways, let's go to the next database, which is companies, and first let's change the icon, and we need a text property for the owner of the company, just so you have a bit of background of that company. A URL for the company's website, a number property for the company size. Okay, now we need a select property for the industry. Now I need a relation to our meetings. We need a files and media for the company logo. Okay, so now let's go to our meetings database, and now let's add the properties. So we need a date for the start of the meeting. Let's duplicate this one and let's call it end for the end of the meeting, of course. Perfect. Now we need a URL for our link. So we have the Zoom link. We need a text for our passcode in case the meeting has a passcode, of course. We need a relation to our notes, the notes for that meeting. And finally, we need a checkbox. I can find it. Checkbox for when we are done with that meeting. Now let's go to our task database, and as always, icon. Okay, and for our tasks, we need first a select property. Let's call it priority. Now we need an start date. Let's duplicate this one. Due date, it's better. Our contacts. Now we need a status property that we're gonna leave as it is, and of course another checkbox for when the task is done. And finally, let's go to our notes. We need an extra select property that we're gonna call status. Now, let's create default templates for each database. So, let's go to new template. Since it's contacts, icon, and the user. Well, first of all, let's rearrange this. And we want the task to be shown as a page section. Same with meetings and with notes. Okay, and the default, the relationship is gonna be called because it's a new contact, and the stage it's gonna be mostly a project, a prospect. Sorry. And once again, and set as default all views in contacts. Perfect. And let's do the same with companies. Now for our meetings. Hash to create an H3, bullet points for our meeting, okay, and a to do, give it a space, another hash, and that's gonna be questions. Perfect. So, you go through all your bullet points for that meeting, and if you have any questions prepared, you can write them down so the meeting goes as smooth as possible. Like always, set as default. Now tasks. And finally, for our notes, okay, so now I'm gonna fast forward and I'm gonna create like a example for each of one of those. So for our contact, let's name it John. Okay, so one thing that you can do that I forgot to mention when customizing the default template is, if you go to tasks and go to this customize shown properties, and we can show status, priority, due date, and done. So each task looks like that. Okay, so we're gonna do the same for our meetings. and with notes, and we can do this. Let's see if for our companies we have to do the same. Meetings, and also if you don't like the comments, go to the three dots, customize page, and the top level page discussions, just turn it off. You can turn this off and this to minimal, and do that for all the default templates. So and don't forget to set it as default. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've created the databases, it's time to prep the layout and put it all together. So let's create a 2-column first of all, and a callout. This callout it's gonna be for our navigation. Perfect. And let's create another callout, and this is gonna be for quick actions. And inside of those quick actions, let's create buttons. This first button it's gonna be for to create a new contact. And let's add an action, add page to contact as. Perfect. And another step, open page, select page, new page added in center pick. So perfect. And let's delete this one. Okay, so we can duplicate this one, rename it new company, now it's time to create a callout and put it all together. And / linked view of database, and we want contacts, but we want, instead of a table, a gallery view, page content none, small, center big, it's perfect. Okay, in properties we need the company, okay. So now let's create another callout. I like to create callouts because for me it looks a lot cleaner. Okay, now we want the companies. Card preview, we want the logo, and we want it to fit the image. Perfect. And for the properties we want to know the industry, So yeah, well, instead of medium, small. Instead of table, we want a calendar view for our due date on a weekly view. So weekends, page icon, perfect. And we're gonna name it this week. And for properties, now for our filtering, we want that done. Let's go to the three dots and advanced. That's because I prefer it. Done is unchecked. Perfect. And for our sorting, we want it to be sorted by the priority. So priority descending. And my bad. And our due date ascending. Perfect. Let's hide this one. Now let's duplicate this view and let's rename it this month. And all we have to do here is, instead of week, month. Easy. Okay, now we need another callout. Now we want the meetings as a list. And we're gonna need filter. Okay, go to filter, advanced. Okay, so where start is today and done is unchecked. So this will show us the meetings that are due today. So let's rename this to today. Perfect. Now let's duplicate this and an upcoming that can be, I don't know, for this week is relative. So go to filters, is relative to today, this week. Perfect. Now let's duplicate once again history, and for our filters, duplicate history, change it to calendar, filter. Let's delete all the filterings. And finally, as a gallery, page content none, card size small, and for filtering, I want the status is draft. So let's name these two. Perfect. Let's duplicate this view, and instead of draft, final, change the filter to final, duplicate one last time, and archive. Archive, I like to box and filter archive. Okay, so now we're gonna finish our navigation. So let's create a page. And let's go back here. Let's copy this, copy link to blog, paste it, and sync. Let's adjust it. And I want to add one thing that I think it looks really cool, which is a button. Okay, that we're gonna name it back icon arrow, and I like this one. And the action is gonna be open page, select page. It's gonna be our CRM in full width. So if we test it, we go back to, I think that's cool. In databases, I'm gonna add this function. Let's copy, go to database, and paste it. Dismissed. Now for companies, let's copy this. So Control plus C or Command C if you're Mac. Go to companies, paste it, dismiss. I need our link for contacts. Okay. List. Properties I want. We don't want to add companies because for group we're gonna group by company. For example, for Notion we have John Perfect. Now we're gonna do the same for our contacts. Tasks as a list. And we're gonna group it by contacts. So we know that for John we have that many tasks. Okay, so that's all for our contacts. So we have a view of our contacts, the task that each contact has or had, meetings, and notes. So now let's go to tasks. And yeah, let's go back. And that's it. Yep, that's how you can create your own CRM template inside of Notion. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of CRM. Now that you've learned how to create your own CRM system, the possibilities for your business are endless. Remember, building strong relationships with your customers is the key to success. Feel free to leave any questions or comments down below. And if you found this video useful and helpful, a like would be very appreciated. And if you like my content and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!